everyone. It is Monday. How are you tonight? Tell me about your day. What are you grateful for this Monday night? That's what I want to know. I want to know about you and your Monday. How are you kicking it out of the park to jumpstart week 60 and 61? Week 60 and 61 we are kicking off here tonight. This week, this Monday, More Money May, a Monday and More Money May. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. It's treat time, Dazzle. How are you? How are you tonight? Kelly's with us here live. Welcome, Kelly. Great to have you here. What are you grateful for tonight? Tell us about your day and what you are grateful for. That's what we want to know. I want to know what's happening in your world. What's making you guys smile this Monday night? The 10th of May. Basically, we are 1/3 through the way of May already. Slice that. We're 1/3. You don't know. Dazzle's asleep. What is it with this Monday? Is people having a case of the Mondays? People are having a case of the Mondays. We had a good Monday. We did indeed. We're broadcasting tonight both on Facebook and YouTube. So if you have any problems on Facebook, you can hop right over to the YouTube. A totally Monday. Just another manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. I'm not here to sing. You don't want me singing. I know that. I know I am not here to sing. We were busy today. We were like crazy busy today, which was I'm happy whenever it happens, whatever fills the register. Whatever keeps everything going, I am happy for. So that is a good thing. So that made for a good Monday in our world. Sorry that it was so crazy. I got a lot of phone calls done today, though, too. It's been a busy day. Part of my day there, part up at the stores. It's been a hectic day, but a good day. So I'm sorry everybody else had more of a manic Monday today. I am sorry to hear that, but I am glad that you're all here tonight as we kick off week 60 and 61 here. Week 60 and 61. Let's get this party started with it. Let's get the party started. Let's go to the Good Morning, Good Night book. How we start this program every night, the Good Morning, Good Night book. Well, this is a good Monday one. We're on page 118 if you're following along in the book. Good morning. You were lucky enough to wake up today. So come on, socks before shoes. Let's go. Socks before shoes, people. Maybe that's the problem. You tried shoes before socks. Maybe that was the problem with your Monday as we kick off this Monday. Let's see. Well, Simon's got a good quote for us. Let's see if he's got a good quote for us tonight. Well, this is good for a Monday, too, that we're taking a drive through Monday. Excitement comes from the achievement. Fulfillment comes from the journey that got us there. No socks at all today, Kelly. Well, maybe that's the problem. You couldn't find your socks. Excitement comes from the achievement. Fulfillment comes from the journey that got us there. Oh. Retail cargo imports. So is my princess. is under the covers. Kitty's Princess is under the covers. Great to have you here tonight, Kitty. Happy Monday. Retail cargo imports have set a record. Imports at retail container ports hit a new record this spring. Even among import volume is expected to be a third higher than last year as the economy continues to recover from the pandemic. Despite the pandemic, most consumers are in good financial health and aren't hesitating to spend, according to NRF VP for Supply Chain, Jonathan Gold. More spending translates into more merchandise arriving at our ports as retailers continue to meet increasing demand. The cargo surge that began last fall doesn't show any sign of stopping. Unfortunately, disruption and congestion issues are also continuing. Congestions at the Port of Los Angeles and Long Beach, the nation's largest ports, has begun to ease as carriers have shifted vessels to the Pacific Northwest or the East Coast via the Panama Canal. But some ships are still facing delays to unload as ports work at capacity, and COVID-19 infections are impacting the workers at the ports. Shortages of containers and other equipment and operational issues also continue to slow down the supply chain. U.S. ports handled 2.27 million TEUs, which is a 20-foot container. Okay, 2.27 million 20-foot containers in March. That was up 21.2% from February and set a new record for the number of containers seen during a single month since tracking began in 2002. The previous record was 2.21 million, set last October. March volume year over year was up 64.9%. But the growth factor year over year is still artificially high because you have to remember a lot of the Asian factories were shut down ahead of the U.S. being shut down. So, that is not a good measure. The first half of the year is expected to finish up north of 30% up from the same period in 2020. So growth is good. Growth is good. Prime Day is going to be next month. Prime Day is going to be next month. In mid to late June. So you've got about 6 weeks to finalize a counter strategy to the extravaganza that's estimated to have generated over $10 billion in global sales for Amazon when it was last held. Lots and lots of foreign goods, but just not the right foreign goods are coming in, Kitty. So things to do now. Get your inventory ready for Prime Day. Get your inventory ready to the floor. Get it to the floor. Be ready to be the prime place for your customers to shop in person. The prime place for them to support local. Now's the time to start thinking about it. Test your websites. Are your items on your website? Can you even are your items there and ready for customers to buy? I just got a notification that I just got a sale in while we're talking. Are your items on your website and ready for people to buy? What are you going to do to get it to people fast? Are you going to have fast in-store pickup? Are you going to have same-day pickup? Are you going to get your packages out quick? This is what people want to hear with Prime, is how quickly you are going to help them take their money and get them their stuff. So how quickly, what are you going to do to prime up your experience by mid-June? We have ramped up ours, June year over year, our inventory year over year on our website has increased exponentially since last June and continues at that. We have continued to ride our website inventory high and drive traffic to our stores. So what are you going to do over the next 6 weeks or so? You got about 6 weeks till Amazon is controlling all the airwaves. And everybody will be talking about Prime Day. But let's make Prime Day a local event because you can get it quicker. You can get it same day. You can get it in store. They can fill the shopping carts in your store. So be thinking about how you will talk Prime with your customers. It is a struggle, Kitty. And Kitty, you make a very good point, and I'm going to talk more about it later, about getting merchandise out with less help. It is harder, but you've got to, you've got to skip a step somewhere. You've got to say somewhere in your process has to change to be able to work more with less, because our employee shortage is not a short-term problem. It will end, but it's not going to end tomorrow, and it's certainly not going to end by June. It's no secret that home retailers doing anything for the home have excelled throughout this pandemic, and now we have some money to put towards that, some numbers, as 2020 earnings have come in. Home Depot, year over year, up 14.5%. Lowe's killed it, up 36.3%. Up 36.3%. Ace Hardware, up 125%. Williams-Sonoma, up 91%. Restoration Hardware, up 23%. At Home Furnishings, up 30%. Bed Bath & Beyond, up 75%. Overstock Home Furnishings, up 134%. Wayfair, up 118%. Haverty's, up 170%. Lovesac Home Furnishing, up 196%. Kirkland's, up 130%. Purple, the mattress company, up 187%. Casper, only up 3%, almost 4%. Tempur-Pedic Sealy, up 84%. These numbers aren't, considering what people did and how people have been stuck at home the last year, these numbers aren't necessarily surprising on any given level. What is surprising, what isn't surprising, or what they need to be thinking about now, is if you are in the home space, if that is your only widget, is being in the home space, these numbers are unlikely to continue at this level. Wall Street is betting against it. Hey, Nebraska Angie's with us. Hey, Nebraska Angie, how are you? Yes, they are betting against it, that the home retailers will continue to excel at that same rate. So what are you going to do if you are dealing in the home space? What are you going to change? What are you doing in your business model to keep top of mind for your customers? I mean, you got to keep in mind that people buy a new sofa once every 10 to 20 years, a dining room table, things for their home. They do not buy like that every day, and they will not buy like they have bought in the last year. So what diversification to get those same customers back in? Maybe it's carry more smalls than you have in the past, where smalls are, give people a reason to shop in your store all the time. Okay, maybe it's adding a small clothing area to your home decor store, to give people, again, a reason to visit you more often, not just when they need a couch or a dining room table or something big, because you want to have reasons that people shop with you all the time, um, and not just when there's a pandemic. So you don't want to be next year talking about 130% drop in sales or a 50% drop in sales because people were now released from their homes and returned to offices and weren't spending as much time in their homes because they could now go someplace else. It's especially troubling, that Wall Street is definitely taking of the troubles of the direct-to-consumer brands like Wayfair that put a lot of money into advertising. In a normal year, in 2019, Wayfair, for example, spent 1.1 billion on advertising, or about 12% of their sales. This past year, the dollar amount was higher at 1.4 billion, but it only represented 10% of sales. It's more likely to go the other way next year. Okay, when we're talking about it next year. And that's right, Jana. Designer bags do sell great in furniture stores. So, I mean, any type of diversification that keeps you top of mind for a reason to shop with is important, especially to be a little bit diversified, because numbers like this kind of number increase isn't going to happen. Some of these big guys, and Wall Street is preparing, especially in the second half of the year. They think that this year they'll hold up okay or more par with last year, is what the financial gurus are betting on. But they're betting 2022 is a drop. That 2022 as a big drop. Hey, Russ tuning in tonight. It's like the stars aligned. I wear this fine shirt that makes me look so stylish. So stylish tonight. Great to have you with us. But it's a good reminder, Russ, that you're here tonight, because you have to remember, folks, that the affiliate suppliers of NARTS, like Resale World, who provided me with the fine shirt I'm wearing tonight, are there for you still. It wasn't... these companies are still there. We've talked about all the affiliates of NARTS a lot during this, and these affiliates are still there helping you through each and every day, finding you ways to be more efficient. Okay? I push and push for a software feature. Then my software vendor figures out that saved me 31 hours of labor in the first quarter. 31 hours in the first quarter. And we're going to try to find more ways to save labor as we move through this year so that we can be more efficient. Because like Kitty mentioned, everyone is shorthanded. Everyone is shorthanded. Finding staff to do things. You have to find ways to be more efficient. To do more with less. Eddie Bauer. The Eddie Bauer stores have gotten scooped up by Simon Property Group and Authentic Brands. So they are now going to become part of, Simon's about to own every store in the mall by the time this is done. They are buying up brands, but they're shedding the brand's debt in the process. They're taking the good stuff, leaving the bad stuff in the bankruptcy courts, and they are winning in this. It's not just about having all the tenants in the mall owning all the brands. It is about returning them to profitability, and they are actually doing a decent job of that, especially since they aren't burdened with the debt that these companies are coming into it with. So that is a good thing. And I like these old brands to survive. I'm a brand guy. I like these things, and it'd be good to see that. Lacoste. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Lacoste, okay, is unveiling a new elaborate retail experience. Hey, Lindsay, good to see you again. Good to see you again. Great talking with you today. Lacoste. I'm screwing that up. You know, I can't do these fancy names. Okay. They are investing in a new retail experience called the Lacoste Country Club. Okay, where they've envisioned their store as a country club. Okay, which is actually pretty cool to give you a multi-sensory experience. And bring back old Hollywood glamour and capitalize on their rich brand history. And truly reinvent itself. Keeping both the tennis enthusiast and streetwear aficionado in mind. They are doing it all. So, and they've been continuing to grow their margins. So they're making more money, they're doing it, and they're creating a new and better brick and mortar experience. Again, brick and mortar, they're putting all their money. You know, where are people putting their money? They're putting it in brick and mortar stores. Why are they putting money in brick and mortar stores? Retail is dead. Because retail is not dead. Bad retail is dead, but retail is not dead, people. Retail is not dead. It's anything but dead. And people want places to go. They want out of their four walls. They want out, and they have money to burn, and they want to spend it in store. So make it great for them. Make it great. Chipotle, and this goes to the hiring thing. So Chipotle is going to hike wages and debut referral bonuses in an attempt to hire 20,000 workers. Chipotle said it will increase restaurant wages, resulting in a $15 an hour average hourly wage by the end of June. Starting pay for hourly crew members will range from $11 to $18 an hour. And there are opportunities to advance to general manager positions with average annual pay of $100,000. The current labor market is among the most challenging they've seen in their career in the restaurant industry. And citing issues including childcare and rethinking post-pandemic work. Team members can get a referral bonus for referring another crew member of $200 or $750 for apprentices and general managers. You could go from crew member to general manager in as little as 3.5 years with their career path. It's not just a job, but it's actually a job that can lead to a meaningful career. And the CEO's like, I'm glad we're a company that's got the growth and frankly the strength to increase wages and start talking more about how the job leads to your future growth with their company. But issues around hiring from hiring managers throughout HR circles and it's beyond stimulus money, including uncertainty around school plans, childcare, and more. But Chipotle is confident that they're going to be able to hire the people they need. Papa John's, for example, has hired 30,000 workers over the course of the pandemic, and they're trying to retain them. So, I mean, this goes hand in hand. Yes, they were the salmonella people. Yes, they were the salmon or E. coli, Kelly. I forget whether it was E. coli. Might have been E. coli with their lettuce or something. Not salmonella, but one of those. Yes, they were. And part of that is their fresh kitchen and that they're not cooking food from a bag in theory, and that they're really hiring chefs to make things and stuff. So, but there is, there's growth and there's hiring issues, and a lot of companies are having hiring issues. But they're investing. They did adapt well. And they came back. They're coming back strong. So you are correct. They have adapted well, and they are coming back strong, and they have big expansion plans and a lot of cash on hand. So that is a good thing. That's why they really need the 20,000 workers, is their growth and expansion plans. But what are your plans, to adapt? Again, adapting is so important. That's where working with the NARTS affiliate partners on ways to streamline your operation, tools to use to make your job easier, to keep your website up to date, to keep your Facebook, to keep all your tools connected, and to keep everything going is so important. Okay, that is where all of that becomes incredibly important to your growth and to your freedom. Okay, so you have free time. Okay, and not going crazy. Like I mentioned, I believe last night, we still have not returned to our pre-pandemic business hours. And it's so that we don't strain our workforce, so that we maintain a happy workforce, and we serve our customers and suppliers with the best team possible. So that is a big part of it. Okay. We will return to our pre-pandemic hours, but I want to make sure that we can do that and staff appropriately. Because something old is something new, and something has value. Mattel has ushered in a Toys a Green makeover with a new recycling program. Mattel is giving parents a way to keep past their prime Barbies, cast off Matchbox cars, and unwanted mega construction bricks out of landfills with a toy Takeback program. Mattel Playback promises to give unloved old toys a second life by recycling their parts into new products. All of the big three toy makers, Mattel, Hasbro, and Lego, have launched sustainability efforts in recent years to address a top concern. Customers keep happy, Millennial and Gen Z. Lego, for example, in October 2019, rolled out a pilot program in the U.S. that made it easy for parents to get rid of old Lego bricks by donating them to school programs. The pilot was so successful that Lego last year expanded it to Canada. Hasbro in 2019 pledged to stop using plastic packaging by the end of 2022, and Mattel in December 2019 set a goal for itself of 100% recycled, recyclable, or bio-based plastics in all of its products and packaging by 2030. Mattel's Playback initiative mirrors Lego's Replay program by giving parents free shipping labels they can use to ship old toys back to Mattel. Currently, only Barbie, Matchbox, and Mega brand toys are being accepted for recycling. Unlike the Lego program, which cleans old Lego bricks and donates them to schools and other charities for kids, Mattel will sort toys and process them for recycling. For materials that cannot be repurposed as recycled content in new toys, Mattel Playback will either downcycle those materials into other plastic products or convert them from waste to energy. That is pretty cool. I mean, that is pretty inventive. They got some pretty neat people there at Mattel. Hey, Joanne, great to have you with us. Great to have you with us tonight in Chicago. Bringing you a piece of Massachusetts news, but it's in other states that are as closed down as Massachusetts. Massachusetts is currently setting its full reopening for August 1st. Its tentative full reopening for August 1st. As an example, as retailers, we are limited to 50% occupancy right now. And we will not be lifted from that under the current orders till August 1st. But a group of business owners have turned to the U.S. Supreme Court to get the governor's orders overturned. I'm not betting much on this one because the Supreme Court adjourns usually in June, in the beginning of June, and gives it. So I'm not betting that they will hear this case, and certainly in time for it to have an effect. But that shows you the mounting frustration more than a year into this by businesses of the restrictions, especially as restrictions are largely relaxed or eliminated even in surrounding states, Connecticut, New York, Rhode Island. A lot of them are easing their restrictions May 19th or by the end of May. And Massachusetts is going to continue their tough restrictions till August 1st. And that's basically, in a lot of seasonal areas of the state, that's really just going to do people in, losing 2 seasons. It's not good. It's not good. So, I don't know that they're going to get any relief with this lawsuit, but you're going to see other lawsuits like that pop up around the country in areas where the restrictions are tighter. This week, the House is expected to pass the Pregnant Workers Fairness Act. The Pregnant Workers Fairness Act, which would require employers to make reasonable accommodations, similar to those required under the Americans with Disabilities Act for pregnant employees. Pregnant workers already have higher fire employment protections, but this bill clarifies that such qualified workers can continue to work provided they can perform the essential functions of a position with a reasonable accommodation. The bill is a product of bipartisan discussions during the last Congress. You're coming to the vineyard? Who do you know? You know a Kennedy, a Carey? Who you going to the vineyard? Look at you go, Joanne. I haven't been to the vineyard in years. I have a funny consulting story on the vineyard I'll tell you about sometime. I was consulting for a business on the vineyard. It was a long time ago. This is actually kind of interesting. The Federal Reserve has announced a proposed clarification on debit card routing. July 4th. All right. I'm saving the date, Joanne. The Fed announces a proposed clarification on debit card routing. The Federal Reserve announced that it plans to clarify that banks must allow retailers to decide where to route online debit card transactions for processing, the same as they do with in-store debit transactions. In 2010, Congress said banks must allow debit transactions to be routed over lower-cost debit networks like NICE or Shazam, in addition to Visa and MasterCard networks. But doing so usually requires entering a PIN on an in-store terminal. Our friends at the National Retail Federation and lawmakers have repeatedly told the Fed most banks have not enabled PIN-less capabilities, so their cards can be used on debit networks without a PIN. Friday's announcement would effectively require banks to do so. And the National Retail Federation is very excited about this and is expecting it to bring pricing down in payments. So we will have to keep an eye on this and see what it does for both online and in-store payment costs and how that actually gets implemented, this upcoming order from the Federal Reserve. Retailers are helping advance President Biden's vaccination goal. More and more retailers are hopping on to the incentives to encourage people to get vaccinated. to hit our goal of 160 million adults vaccinated by July 4th. Albertson, Safeway, Target, and CVS is offering discount on store items. Share a photo of a vaccination sticker or Band-Aid on Twitter or Instagram, tagging at Samuel Adams Beer or hashtag Shot for Sam for a free beer up to $7. The Drop app, whatever the heck the Drop app is giving out up to $50 in points to use at major retailers. All users need to do is download the app and post a selfie on Instagram using the hashtag DropCovid and tag at JoinDrop. San Francisco Bay Area consumers can receive free fries when they post a picture on social media. Tag it hashtag COVID vaccine and show the post to a cashier at Super Duper Burgers. If you need a vitamin, go to the vitamin shop and grab a free drink or snack from now through the end of the month as part of a Snacks for a Vax campaign. Krispy Kreme's doing it. Junior's restaurant in Junior's Cheesecake in New York City is doing it. You get a free mini cheesecake at Junior's. That's a good deal. Kitty, you were talking about sliders the other day from White Castle. With your vaccination card, you can get birthday cake on a stick at White Castle. I don't know what that is, but that can't be good. Birthday cake on a stick at White Castle. You get a free hot dog at Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs. And if you want to play, go to Up Down in Kansas City, where you can get 20 free game tokens to use at the arcade. And through July 25th, Office Depot and Office Max stores, this is actually pretty useful. Office Depot and Office Max stores nationwide will laminate your COVID vaccine card for free. So that is pretty cool. I like this. Okay, we've talked about growing. Okay, so we've talked about growing your way out of this. Okay, about squeezing more out of your four walls, that you don't need to open a third store or a fourth store or do pop-ups here and there. There is unmet demand in the store you have, okay? Demand you are not meeting yet. And this quote from the CEO, it's a quote from a woman. The CEO of UPS is a woman. Is better, not bigger CEO Carol Tomei was doing a talk about her better, not bigger strategy. Better, not bigger. Okay, that UPS needs to be better, okay, in what it does. You need to be better in what you do, not bigger. Better, not bigger. Yields a better bottom line. Better, not bigger. That is what we're talking about. I loved it. I've talked about Build Back Better. Better, not bigger, from the CEO of UPS. Love it. Love it. Okay, it's like she's speaking to us. Better, not bigger. That's what we're talking about, people. Better, not bigger. We'll see where it takes us. You know where this will take you? Right over to narts.org/resalestrong. narts.org/resalestrong. I'm glad you're listening, Lindsay. That over at narts.org/resalestrong, that's where you find everything that I talk about. Everything I talk about every day goes over there, including all the files, resources, and links. And a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and yes, you can ring the bell so you know when a new video drops. You can also share narts.org/resalestrong with all your friends in business. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, Whoever they are in business, we want to help them. We want to help them get to the other side of this. Yes, we do. I am here every night at more 8 than ish, live in the Nards Private Facebook group. Live in the Nards Private Facebook group. But if you have a question in between, you email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil, at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Tonight, if you were not here at the top of the program, we're on page 118 with our Good Morning. Good morning. You were lucky enough to wake up today, so come on. Socks before shoes. Let's go. It's kind of a good Monday one, you got to admit it. Our good night tonight is good night. You were lucky enough to make it through the day today, so take it easy. Brush your teeth. Au revoir. Au revoir. Let's go. There's your graphics, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, yes, I will be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you and you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. It's time for dessert, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.